All right, let's start. First hero, Adam Warlock. Now, here's the thing. I actually think that this hero isn't that bad. You heard me right. I actually think one of the strongest compositions right now is probably the fucking res comp with Adam and Mantis. And Adam doesn't really work super well as like in two supports, but he's really good in triple support. But no one plays that shit. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. In ranked, like I'm gonna do like okay. So disclaimer: this is a subjective opinion of the high rank. So not low elo, okay? Not low elo, high rank, okay? Disclaimer: high rank, not low rank. High rank. I think any hero in low rank is good. Some are obviously better than others because they kind of play themselves and they're easy. But I think any hero in low rank can work, and it's not really like just play whatever you want. Like this is like for like the Giga Sweats. Play whatever you want in the lower elos. So I'd say that Adam's probably like, okay, let's look. So I would say he's better than Jeff, and I would say he's better than Rocket in this season in particular. So I'd probably put him in like, I think he's like B or C. I'm not sure. Like, I want to say B tier because I just feel like people haven't toyed around with triple support because like, they just nerfed triple support. So everyone's like, okay, let's never play that. But I actually think triple support is really strong. Plus, it has the thing is, you have to be smart when you play. This hero is hard to play, guys. This hero is hard to play. You actually need to use your brain when you press this ult. You can't just like randomly press it. You have to kind of like anticipate when your team is going to die. And that can be kind of challenging, right? And most people suck ass at the game. So they probably shouldn't play this hero. But I personally think when played optimally, I think this hero is really fucking strong. I actually genuinely don't hate him. At least not this season. I don't hate Adam Warlock. I hated him previous season. He was complete dog shit. Now they buffed him a little bit. I actually think there is some use case to him. I believe in Adam Warlock. Plus, I played with the voice actor today, and I think he's dope. He's dope. I love that guy. Just for that, he's going to be high B. I'll put him like low B, but since the voice actor is dope, high B. The Black Tiger. Where do I put this hero, guys? I feel like, I don't know, man. Like, I like him. I think he's really fucking fun. But the problem is the no-reg bug with Dash still hasn't been fixed, and he has just felt absolutely fucking awful to play because of that. And not just that. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, in a perfect world, this hero worked flawlessly. Now, here's the thing. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. This, like, I don't know if you guys have tried playing Panther in the thing, but this hero can just kill you on demand. Like, if he just uses his, like, shift ability on the back line, it instantly stops your dash. You don't get the reset, and you can't move, and you're probably just gonna die. So that's like actually like this is like a Namor level hard counter in the tank roster for Panther. I would never play Panther into the thing. It's actually just genuinely impossible. It is not possible. Like the thing is, he can jump to his backline with E and then instantly press shift, and you're gonna die. Like you're gonna get caught by a shift, and you're gonna die. I'm sorry for saying here's the thing like 4 times. I couldn't resist it. Anyway, I think Panther's bad. I don't think he's good this season. He gets fucked over by Invisible Woman too. Like there's a lot of things that just interrupt Dash, and I just think it's too risky. It's just too risky. I mean, he definitely has like moments where he can pop off, but like this hero is really, really inconsistent. I like playing him, so it's a shame. I don't think he's like god awful bad. Like I don't think he's unplayable bad, but like there's a lot of things that kind of force you to swap if you play Panther. In my opinion, like I don't think he's bad, but there's just too many counters and you can't ban them all. And if the enemies are smart, you're not gonna get any value on this hero. Any CC that hits you, you're instantly dead on him. That being said, I really do enjoy him. I think he's super fun. Black Widow, probably D tier. I don't think this hero is too great. As I said, there's like some use case with Mantis, but like I don't know, man. Like no one plays it. No one plays it well. Like I barely see any Widows doing super great on ladder, and she just sucks, bro. Battle gun's good, only if you have a Mantis, but it forces one player to play around you. And you do get kind of countered by dive. So I don't think she's too great. Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk. This year has gotten nerfed this season. They nerfed Gamma. I still think he's pretty good with Strange. But it still seems like the hard meta this season is just Strange Magneto. It still seems like people don't really... Like the heroes haven't been nerfed enough. Like for those that don't know, all of these 3 that I just mentioned got nerfed. I don't think he's bad, but I do think he's overshadowed by Mag. So I'd probably put him like in high B. And the Gamma team up is really nice with Strange because it lets him one shot, but Hulk is kind of hard to play. There's not a lot of great Hulk players in my opinion. A, you guys think it's A? I'm down for like a low A. Like I don't think he's as good as Mag or Strange. He's got like a lot more counters, a lot more things that force you to swap. It's less consistent, but I would say like either A or B, but definitely not S. Like these 2 are still very clearly above. Captain America, he got buffed, but like, you guys see anyone play this hero? I don't see anyone play him. I never, like, I know he got buffed, but I have yet to see him in my games. Like I've maybe seen like Okay, that's an exaggeration. I've seen like 1 or 2 Captain Americas and they didn't really do great. But I think it's really big. Like being able to shield while jumping is honestly so nice for him because that's the only thing he was lacking. Like he couldn't be mobile and defend himself at the same time. But I still think he's just, I think that his problem is his numbers are too low, man. Like I just think he's just a tickle monster. Like on paper, his numbers seem good, but you add any, it's kind of like Spider-Man. Like on paper, he seems broken, right? He's got a one-shot combo, blah, blah, blah. But you add any healing into the mix and he's just useless. Japanese curry is good. I know. There's like going to be some like, exceptional players on him that pop off, but like again, it's the exception. It's not really the norm. And your average player, like, okay, here's the thing, right? If you see a Captain America, are you happy or are you tilted? Are you instantly more likely to be like, oh my god, here we can go. This is gonna be a shit game. I think it's the latter. I would probably put him like, yeah, he's probably around where Panther is. I don't think he's bad. He's definitely like playable by one tricks, but just too situational. He's not too great. Cloak and Dagger above Panther. Yeah, Panther's too many counters. Cloak and Dagger. This hero has fallen from grace. This hero was the most overpowered hero in the game. It was extremely easy. It was rocket level easy to play her. Amazing ultimate. It was completely busted. Great AoE healing. The ult came up fast. But I think this hero has fallen from grace a little bit. Like I would put her in A tier, in still high A, because I still think it's not bad, but you need to get good terror capes nowadays because her ult just definitely isn't as good as keeping you alive. And there's also the added thing where this hero kind of gets fucked over because we as players are very used, at least I am, we're very used to the ultimate lasting longer. So I'll just like chill in it. I'll be like, yeah, this is going to protect me. And then it just runs out in like 5 seconds. And I'm like, oh shit, and I'm dead. Like where you place your ult matters a lot more. You can't just throw it on the ground. You have to be conscious of where you place the last stretch of your ult because that one will last the longest. And that one's the most important because the first ones run out really fast. So if you just run out ahead and go to the back line, your team is just going to die because they're probably not going to push with you, like, right? Unless you communicate. But most close just pop this shit, right? I don't know. I think her ult, I think she's a lot weaker overall. I still think she's good. Definitely playable, but a little bit weaker in my opinion. I think she's like high A. Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme. S tier. This hero is still good. Still OP. Still really strong. He lost 50 health. I mean, he still has like the same, he's doing the same shit he did last season. He just lost 50 health. Who the cares? Literally, who cares? It's 50 health. Doesn't matter. Completely useless nerf. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's the same shit as like the last, previous time I talked about it. Still really strong. Great shit. Great damage. Great burst. Can kill through defensive ults. Strong ultimate. Mobility. He can contest high grounds. Just a good hero. Super strong. The Groot. I actually think Groot is really strong, but I think he's a lot harder to play and has more counters. And for that reason, I would like... But here's one thing about him. I think his ultimate is incredibly fucking strong. I think it's probably the strongest tank ult aside from Strange. I think it's really good. It will always force out a defensive ult when you pop it. It's super, super good. I'm not sure. I put him A or B. Like, I've seen some good Groots carry games, but not like super, super hard. I've seen like an equal amount of Groots just get shit on. Above Banner? I mean, I'm not sure, man. Super indecisive about this one. I was carried by a couple of Groots today. I've seen a lot of Groot. I don't think he's bad. I think he's good, but like, he requires a lot more attention. Like the other tanks are a little bit like less team dependent, if that makes sense. Like, I think Groot is really good if you have like a backline that you trust that can keep you alive. That's all I'm gonna say about Groot. Hawkeye, I'll put him in A. Hawkeye, this guy got buffed kind of hard, but I still don't really see people play him. No one plays this hero. I wonder why. I think it's because his left click still isn't as good. He's definitely a lot more durable now, and they buffed his ultimate as well. But the 25 health is really big because it helps him with his biggest weakness, which is getting dived. It's kind of the same shit as like when Hela had 275, it was a lot harder to kill her. But I still argue that Hawkeye, since he doesn't really have an escape, I mean, he does have a jump and the get off me button where he swipes his like sword. But still a lot more manageable than Hela at that health. You have to be like, when you pick this hero, you have to be like hitting your shots perma to get value. Because if you're missing a lot, like you're probably not doing anything. It's a very aim-based hero. I don't think he's bad. Probably gonna put him in B or C. Nah, okay, but he's not Panther level. No, there's no way. Like, I'm not putting him in Panther tier. There's no way. He's definitely stronger. I'd say like B or A. Put him in high B. It's better than Adam. Yeah, I like this so far. I think I'm happy with this. Hela, okay. I hate this hero. I think she's really good again. She's more vulnerable, but now if you guys don't know, let me show you guys this real quick. They recently buffed her drop off to be literally irrelevant. Like her drop off doesn't matter. Hela is now a sniper. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this. Up close, as you can see, it's 2 headshots. But there's damage drop-off in Rivals, right? So you'd expect me to not be able to two-shot that person across the map, right? Well, you're wrong because I just two-shotted him across the map. Absolutely ridiculous. This hero is like super fucking strong now because of the drop-off. You can just play safe. You can play range and you still have like, you know, the same tools to like stun someone that like dives you. You have to like force the enemy to commit a lot of resources to get to you. You know, now thanks to this, like before it kind of mattered where you position because you would be like, you would either need like 3 headshots or I think 5 body shots to kill across the map. Now it's only 4. Like, no matter where you're standing, you need the same amount of shots to kill people. It's 4. See? It's 4 shots. So it's actually kind of irrelevant where you're standing. You're basically always doing full damage, essentially. Like the 20% just doesn't matter. She's super strong this season, in my opinion. Definitely S tier for me. But as I said, she's a little bit squishier than previous. Like she's not the server admin that she used to be, but I still think she's really strong. Maybe I should like pick ban. She's not pick ban in my opinion. And would I consider Strange pick ban? Probably. Yeah, I would say Strange is like actually strong enough to be considered pick ban, in my opinion. The only one so far that is like if you ban him, you're happy. I think he's strong. But yeah, Hela is not like ban worthy anymore, but I think she's really strong. She's S tier for sure. The Immortal Iron Fist. Change the color. All right, you guys are getting a blue color and you're gonna be happy with it. The Immortal Iron Fist. The cheaper Town Hall. Now this year has gotten like, honestly, like Loki a rework this season, but I don't think it's done much. However, I do think that he has a niche now, which is tank shredding. Like he has 300 health and he can like temporarily gain 150, which rapidly decays. So you have to like kind of get good at timing when your enemy is going to engage you. I think he's decent, but I think he's kind of a tickle monster on squishies now. Like you can't pressure squishies. All you can do is punch tanks, and if you punch tanks, I think he's better than Panther though. But if you punch tanks, you're gonna die because you're only a 300 health hero, and you just don't have that like sponge that the tanks have where your health can kind of yo-yo. You can take a lot of damage, your health drops low, and then your healers heal you because they heal a lot, and then your health drops low. No, you have only 300 health, so you can't really afford to sit or in the front line, sorry, and just punch a tank. You're gonna die, so you have to like think about your engagements. Like I've had some like really successful games as Iron Fist, but I still don't think he's like insanely strong or anything. He's just like, he's got a niche now, so that's good. Like previously I would have put him in D tier because he's just absolutely, there's no reason to ever pick him. Now he actually has a niche. He like shreds tanks, and I don't think he's like completely terrible at his job. He's just bad at killing squishies now. Ain't no way he's C. I'm telling you he's C. But like in high elo at least, like he's C. I don't think he's too amazing. Relatively low impact on the game. Iron Man. Where did we put this hero? Guys, I haven't seen this hero in a whole season. I'm gonna put him in D tier. I'm gonna put him in D tier. I have not seen anyone play him. The reason why he's going in D tier, let me explain, is again, Hela is really good against flyers. You're flying in the open air, and she can just two-tap you across the fucking world, basically. And they nerfed Gamma now, so it isn't as powerful. You only gain like 10, 20 damage from Gamma. In high elo, people don't play this hero, and I think it's for a good reason. He just doesn't do enough, in my opinion. He doesn't do enough. It's not worth the pick, and he's too counterable. Too many heroes just kill him. Mostly just Hela. Hela just shits in this hero. It's actually so sad because I don't think I've seen any Iron Mans in season 1.5. Like not a single player. D is unfair for him. Well, no. I think he sucks. I think he's absolute shit. I'll be completely real with you. It's kind of weird because he hasn't really gotten any changes. If anything, he got buffed, right? He got buffed because his dependence on the Gamma team up, like he became like less dependent on it. But I don't know. I just don't see anyone play him. I think he's just too easy to shut down. Like, and not to mention his ultimate like has a million counters. Like on paper it's good. You think it's good because you can kill through defensive ults, but in reality it gets Strange shielded. In reality it gets Magneto ulted. It gets Magneto shielded. Like there's like yeah, he just doesn't do too well against Strange and Mag in the current season, which sucks. Jeff, guys, where are we putting Jeff? Are we putting Jeff in D? Maybe this is like personal bias. Oh my god, I hate this motherfucker on my team. Every single fucking Jeff just flanks the whole fucking game, and they're so useless. I hate them so fucking much. I hate Jeff players. Guys, I don't know if I can put him higher. I think I'll hate myself if I put him any higher than C. Like, is he as bad as Iron Man and as Widow? It depends. He could be worse, or he could be better. The reason why he's worse is because, okay, here's I can't say here's the thing again. Holy okay, look. I'm gonna say listen. The problem with Jeff is that he can't really be played as a healer. you have to run him in triple support, and the Jeff just has to flank the whole game. Okay, that is the only way you can get value on this hero. That's how he's meant to be played. That's the only way I've seen people get value on him. All you do is you're just an annoying rat in the back line, and you try to like rage bait people into chasing you and wasting resources on you. Even though you like, if you play it properly, you're virtually unkillable. But the problem is you need 3 supports for that, and it's very hard to get a lobby that has 3 supports, and he just doesn't work in a 2 support setup because he's gonna flank, and then your solo healer is just gonna die. Like, they're gonna get flanked and they're gonna get pressured, and then they're gonna die because what is their Jeff doing? Their Jeff is in the backline doing like 40 damage per bullet on like someone who's just getting instantly healed. So I don't know, I hate this hero. I don't think he's horrendous. I just hate the people that play him. Maybe this is biased. I'm going to put him lower than I think he deserves because I'm biased. If I had to actually rate him, like if your team is going to play around your strategy, I think it could be like as high as like B, like over Adam. I think it's good, but you're going to tilt your team playing this hero. So I'm going to put him here. Loki, S tier. I actually think this hero is Pickman. I'm not gonna lie, I think Loki's Pickman. Loki is disgustingly good. He does like insane healing. He has amazing utility outside of his ult. His ult can copy a defensive ult. I think it's Pickman. Do you guys agree with me? It's either S or Pickman. Like, he's not any lower than that. But I would say Pickman because he's super good against dive, and I've gotten a lot of value just banning Loki because there's so many people that play him. He's just so good. He does a lot of healing. He does a lot of damage. It's surprisingly a lot of damage, and his shift is like straight up like one of the best abilities in Rivals. And he can mind game people with clones. I think he's Pickman. Like, a good Loki is actually impossible to kill. It's genuinely impossible to kill. Luna, okay, I think she's also Pickman. I ban this hero every game. She has synergy with Namor, who is, in my opinion, a sleeper OP hero. I don't know why people don't play Namor as much. Or like, not play, they play him, but people don't seem to think that Namor is insane. I think Namor is fucking broken. Luna's S tier? No, Luna's not. Luna's Pickman. Luna is the best support in the game, in my opinion, next to Invisible Woman. I think Luna and Invis are currently the strongest supports in the game, in terms of carry potential. She has like one of the I think probably the highest raw healing per second in the game when she's like clapping. It's AoE as well, so it like will go through everyone. It does insane damage too, so like you can put pressure on people when you're clapping. You don't even need to aim it because it's like the projectile is like this. When she's clapping, it's like legitimately like insanely fat. And her ult is, she has the strongest defensive ult in the game currently. They didn't, for some reason, they only nerfed Cloak and Dagger's ult. I don't know why. I think Luna's ult also should have probably been 10 seconds. We would have greatly benefited as a community from a 2-second reduction to her ultimate. But yeah, it would have been really nice if she got a 10-second ultimate. Magik. I still think she's probably the most consistent melee hero. I think she's good. I think she's good. The only problem is I think she struggles whenever there's a lot of ranged pressure. If there's no range pressure, so if you manage to ban like, I don't know, Hela or like Bucky, if there's no range pressure, this hero is like, she just runs rampant in the lobby. I think she's still the most consistent melee hero. They kind of changed her a little bit this season. They gave her less damage in her right click, but quicker ult, right? I still think she's super consistent, but she is counterable. I would put her in like A tier. I put her in A tier. There's a lot of good Magic players, and they're like the really good ones are just like a nightmare for your backline. She's really strong, but like you need to lock in when you engage, because if you miss any part of your combo, you're useless. Like, you need to be super locked in when you play her. I'll put her below. Yeah, I like this below Cloak. Yeah, under Cloak. Magneto, pick ban. Actually, I don't think he's a bad ban, but I don't think I'll put him in pick ban because I think he has less carry potential than Strange. This hero is really strong, but he's also really boring. I think he has high impact, but like it's so boring and it's so team reliant. Like, all you do is fucking live. If your team makes something out of the pressure that you're putting in the front line by just living and just shooting people, you're gonna do great. But if your team sucks, there's no hero that feels worse to play than this, because you can be doing everything wrong and it just doesn't matter. Like, you can't carry your team. It's like he just exists. He's really good at living, and that's it. He just lives and does good damage to the front, like a good solid pressure, like that will negate healing. Maybe all he does is just live. That's Magneto. He lives. Very simple hero. His ult is also pretty good because you can one-shot through defensive ults, but there's like a lot of ways to stop it, so it's not like super consistent, but it's a good ultimate. Yeah, he did get nerfed this season, but I don't think it really matters. Even if he didn't get nerfed, I would still probably put him in S tier because that's all he does. I mean, he just lives and he shoots people. That's it. That's the hero. He's good at his job, but I think he's really annoying to play if your team is bad. Mantis. So I actually think that Mantis is really strong. She's not pick ban, but as I said, I feel like the meta, I'll probably put her under Hela actually. I think the meta is, I'm almost certain it's going to be like the res meta. Like I think Starlord is really good this season, and Adam and Mantis plus like 2 more healers and like some tank, I think is probably meta. Like I've seen that comp just destroy, I don't know if it's me in particular, but I've seen it just destroy me a lot, and it feels really hard to counter with like a proper setup. I think it's super strong. Mantis is probably S tier. I don't think she's pick ban, but I think she's S tier. Goon Knight. I think Goon Knight's a little bit weaker. I think he's weaker because triple support isn't as prevalent, and that was kind of his niche. Like his whole niche was like you'd pick him into triple support just because he has like the raw damage to out DPS ludicrous amounts of healing, which is precisely what they had. I would say like, yeah, probably like low B. I think he has like a lot of problems in the sense that like he's very easily killable. Like if there's a Moon Knight that's tearing up your lobby, there you have so many answers. You could like, I'll give some of them. You can go Psylocke, you one shot him. You can go Hela. He can't contend with you at any range that isn't in your face because like his hitbox is massive and his projectiles are really slow. You can go any flanker. Spiderman shits on him. Magik shits on him. Panther shits on him. Like I think he genuinely like loses almost every 1v1 in the game. Like I won't lie. Goon Knight gets fucking dicked on by like half the cast, like half the DPS cast. I think, but like, yeah, as I said, like he kind of lost his niche because triple support was nerfed and not a lot of people play that. But he is like a really good counter pick against Loki. So if you see a Loki in the game, his value does go like quite a bit more up. If people are going to be playing Loki every game, I think he's like quite a bit stronger. If there's a Loki, I would say he's probably like A tier because you can just destroy the clones. The clones are essentially like yeah, Loki and Namor. Like the clones are essentially just free anks, right? I'm gonna rate Namor next, and he's also going in pick ban, obviously. But yeah, if you happen to like play into like Namor and Loki, I think this hero is really strong. I'll probably put him like A or S tier if against those 2 heroes. But again, the thing is, if you're doing really well, they can just go a Spider-Man or like they can send a Psylocke after you and then you just can't play the game. If your team is not peeling you, you can't play the game. For that reason, I'm going to put him a little bit lower. If they're not shutting you down, he can feel really strong. But if they are, he feels really bad. Namor is fucking broken. I hate this hero. Now, am I a biased, mauling melee player? Maybe. But I still feel like this hero is just fucking overpowered. I hate him. He's really easy to play. All you do is you throw down 2 turrets and then you right click. And someone's probably going to die. And if you have the snow turret, oh god help your fucking enemies, or the ice turret, that thing just slows you. You can't move. It does a ton of damage. You can't be in its LOS for longer than like 2 seconds or you're gonna die. He's insane against any melee hero. He's honestly quite a good contender against some of the range heroes as well, just because like as I said, like you put down 2 turrets, you throw a right click, they probably have to move out of LOS or they fucking die. He's really strong. This hero is broken. And not to mention he can also, if he's getting pressured, he has a 3 or 4 second invulnerability button when he gets pressured, which he can reposition with because it moves him. So you can even take high grounds with it relatively easily. Protect your king. Yeah, exactly. 3 seconds. Yeah, 3 seconds of invulnerability, which he can also be healed in. So if he's in the middle of his team, you have to immediately disengage. And on top of that, he's 275 health. He is 275 health. So you can't even one-shot him as something like you can't even get like a cheeky surprise kill as a melee hero because that 25 health really helps against burst. And guys, and a lot of people disrespect his ult. They think that it's bad, but people don't know that like Luna and Namor. By the way, this pick ban is like only if there's like a Luna. Like if this combo is available, it just automatically wins the game. He also has an insane synergy with Luna, where if Luna swaps to damage boost, you can actually kill through defensive ults. It's a one-shot. It's like over 250 damage. It actually one-shots people. A lot of people don't know that. You can combo, like you can just call out a Luna, I'm gonna ult. Can you swap to damage boost for a second when you see my whale hitting? And yeah, she just damage boosts and you kill through. Easy. Just like that. Namor is insane. Namor is absolutely broken. I hate this hero. Namor players. I am genuinely not exaggerating, guys. I have not won a single game against Luna and Namor. It feels like the Exodia combo. I've not won a single game this season. I'm not exaggerating. I genuinely haven't. It's so strong. Anyway, yeah, if you want some free wins, you see Luna and Namor open, just pick it, get your free win. Really strong combo. Peni Parker. Peni Parker, this hero is literally the low elo destroyer. She is the low elo destroyer. If I was making a... Do you know what's funny? When I was doing my Spider-Man unranked to GM, I actually lost a game because no one on my team was breaking the nests. I think this hero is so annoying in low elo where people aren't breaking your nest, but that's like the only redeeming thing she has is those goddamn nests. And if you have like just one flanker that gets sent out to break them, she really doesn't have any tools to defend herself, bro. She just dies. Like you're a tank that has no sustain. Like you have like a heal if you're standing in your web, and that's about it. I would put her in D tier. No one plays this hero. Not a single person in high rank. I don't even see that dude who's known for playing Penny play her anymore. He plays other stuff. He plays Loki. C, you guys want me to put her in C? Yeah, no, I don't know. I think she's not good enough. I don't think she's good enough for C. Like, she's genuinely a throw pick. Like, you want to tell me I'm supposed to win a game when they have a Strange or a Mag or like a Groot or a Hulk and I have a Penny as my tank? That, bro. I'm not winning that game. It's just not happening. Psylocke. I think this hero is S tier. The only problem with Psylocke is that she kind of gets hard countered by Loki. But if you can ban Loki, then... And the reason why you get countered is because, like... Well, number one, there's like a billion clones. And that sucks. She does have a lot of DPS, but like usually like when you go in, like she doesn't do any damage in range. So like you want to make most of your engages. Like you don't want to like go close to the enemy and drop your element of surprise to just shoot clones. You don't want to do that. You want to actually shoot other people, and it's very easy to get confused and shoot a clone. And the other reason why it counters he counters her is because you can just drop the immortality field, right? You can drop that and it completely counters her ult. I think her value is a lot higher if there's no Loki in the game, but I feel like if there's a Loki in the game, she kind of feels like a throw pick. So if you're a Psylocke player, I highly recommend banning Loki. He's like the biggest counter. Everything else, like Psylocke does really well against. Like I think she's good against Strange, she's good against Mag, puts down a lot of pressure. She's good against Hela, good against really good against Groot. Like she just farms Groot and Hulk just get farmed by Psylocke. She's not bad against Namor, but like he can cover the flanks with the turrets, and it's very annoying to play against. So I don't like having him against me either. I think she's really strong. Like just a very, very solid. Probably the strongest DPS next to Hela. Punisher. Debating whether he's above or below Hawkeye. C? No, I don't think C. I think like I'd say B. Like he's just like a good, consistent hit scan. He's such an honest hero. He has counters. He's like a really insane ult that puts down a ton of pressure. But the problem is he kind of gets countered by Mag. Like, I think Punisher probably gets countered by Mag the hardest because it's like he has like one of the only defensive cooldowns that can just mitigate your ult for like 1.5 seconds to allow his team to reposition away from your ult, and then it can be like kind of hard to get them in a good position again if they're just running behind cover. I don't think he's bad, but I just think he has a lot of counters, and he's not good into Mag. Most importantly, I do think if you ban Mag, I think his value goes up a bit. But yeah, Mag just hard counters Punisher, unfortunately. Yeah, that's it. Rocket Raccoon. Fuck you, Reddit. That's all I'm gonna say. This is purely for rage bait. I am like, okay, so here's the thing. You guys are watching the stream, so you're gonna know. Like my honest opinion on Raccoon is that like I don't think he's like terrible. If I had to rate him, I would put him somewhere near Jeff. I think he's just bad because he steals people's he steals ult charge from the useful ults and gives it to amplifier, which is just not good. Like the enemy team, okay, you have 40% damage, the enemy team has invulnerability. Who's gonna win? You have like 2 seconds to fucking make something happen with amplifier. Like if you combo with another ult, like it definitely can burst through defensive ult. I'm not saying it's terrible, but it's just like the problem is like you're gonna have, as I said, you're gonna have amplifier. Your other support's probably not gonna have ult because you're Rocket, you're stealing it from them, and they're gonna have a defensive ult, and you're gonna get Psylocke ulted, and what's your amplifier gonna do? You're gonna get like Psylocke ulted, you're gonna get Storm ulted, you're just gonna die. Like you're gonna die. Anyway, yeah, as I said, like I think I would put him like somewhere here, but since this is gonna get like screenshotted, you won't have this context, and people are gonna see Rocket Raccoon in garbage, and they're gonna get rage baited. I'm gonna make it the color of shit.
Hey, did he enjoy the amplifier?
Get the out of here. Get the out of here with your amplifier bullshit, bro. But yeah, I just hate this hero. Like there's so many like MMR assassins on the ladder playing this hero. Like the only good thing about him is that he's like really easy to operate. Like he's so easy to play, so you can guarantee that like whoever's playing him is getting max value out of just existing on him, in my opinion. Add Penny to garbage? No. That's reserved for Rocket Raccoon. Only Rocket Raccoon's gonna be in garbage. Scarlet Witch, I think this hero is bad. She got a buff to her ult. 100 extra health when you're popping it. Doesn't matter. You're gonna get stunned. This here's dog shit. Wow, actually, if you look at my tier list, it's kind of like well balanced. Like there's like a pretty even spread of heroes so far. Like, it's actually perfectly balanced. Holy shit. I think I like all of my choices though. Spider-Man. Okay, where are we putting Spider-Man? Okay, he got buffed this season. I think he feels really good to play. S tier? I don't think he's S tier. But I am willing to put him. Let's put. Okay, these heroes can only be played together. If Venom is banned, you can't play Spider-Man. If Spider-Man is banned, you probably can't play Venom. These heroes need to be played. They're so codependent on each other. But I think a well-executed dive has carried so many games this season. Like, normally I put Spider-Man in like C or B tier, but I'm actually willing to put him in A tier this season because the buffs just feel that good. He feels so nice nowadays. I love how he feels. He's still like counterable. Like, if you're against a backline that's super aware. Cope? What do you mean cope? Don't you guys see me playing Spider-Man more this season? I'm gonna put Venom and Spider-Man right next to each other. Because these heroes are just like, they should almost just be the same. He's B tier. You guys think he's B tier? Maybe for the average person, sure. But like, I think, like, I'm seeing, okay, here's the difference, right? Last season, I was seeing 0 Spider-Man in like Eternity. Now I'm actually seeing some dudes start to pick him up. So he must be a little bit better. I'm sure they were like the people that I haven't seen last season. I'm sure they were around. They were just probably a little bit better because the hero, or a little bit lower, sorry, because the hero was weaker. Now he's a little bit better, and they've climbed. You know, I've seen like a decent amount of like 4 or 5 one tricks in like Eternity. Don't influence my randoms to play him. I'm sorry, guys. I think Spider-Man and Venom, like, if you can get a duo Venom, this combo feels so fun to play. It's actually like, this is peak rivals. This is genuinely peak rivals. I've been having so much fun with Andrew on comms playing Venom, and we've just been tearing like so many lobbies up with this combo. I think it's good. The problem is I stream and people ban it, and then if Venom's banned, I can't play Spider-Man. But I actually think if you can assemble both of these heroes, I genuinely think Spider-Man's in a good spot. Like, I think he's kind of balanced. The only change I'd maybe like to see is his web swing go from like 6 seconds to 5. That's it. And if they did that, this hero is perfect. I have no complaints. Spider-Man is actually just cinema. Love him. I don't think you need any changes. But yeah, he got like 2 buffs this season. He got like the web swing, or sorry, the web shooter buff. It recharges faster, which feels great. And he's been made a little bit faster, so he feels great. And Venom's also gotten a buff where his ult comes up faster, and people also get like when you slam someone, they get like knocked towards you, like inwards, you know. So that helps a lot with landing grasp. I think both of these like buffs have made these heroes feel a lot better. So yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. I think Spider-Man's in a good spot. I wouldn't really do anything with him except maybe tiny buff to the web swing cooldown, and then he's perfect. They're not A, bro. I'm rating for high elo, and I'm assuming you're on comms with a Venom. Like, if you're calming with a Venom, I think he's good. He just deletes backlines. I'm losing my voice. Holy f. The 40-minute yacht fest. It's like 50 minutes. My poor f***ing editor. Squirrel Girl. What do we put Squirrel Girl? I think her ult is actually good now. I mean, it's been good since season 1. She hasn't really gotten any changes. But I think she's more consistent than Iron Fist. Like, no. Like, based on my, like, relative to, like, the other heroes that I've put in my tier list, I wouldn't say she's as bad as Panther, and I wouldn't say she's as bad as Iron Fist. But I would put her around, like, you know, these DPS here. Like, yeah, I think I'm happy with this placement. I think, like, a player who's proficient with Squirrel Girl is quite strong. I would put her in, like, B tier. I think she's balanced. She's really good in the right hands and in the right situation. But it's not a hero you can just constantly pick and get value out of her. Starlord. Starlord is up here with these other 3 heroes. I don't think he's quite ban worthy. Maybe sometimes. But I think he's like as good, like maybe above Psylocke. Let's say we're rating these 3 heroes now. How would you guys order them? I would say Hela's on top. She's the most consistent. And then like Psylocke probably. And then Starlord, right? Or like Starlord over Psy. Below Psy? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think these 3 are really close. I actually think Starlord is quite good this season. I've seen some Starlords kind of carrying games. He's also really good against like Venom Spider-Man because you can like iframe the Spider-Man combo and then he's just sad after. Starlord has a better ult. That's true. Oh yeah, he does have he kind of like, the way he plays, I swear, he feels like Psylocke. You can just like farm tanks. I mean, you can take duels against squishies, but you can farm tanks. You do like respectable pressure and then just delete the backline with squishies. I'm going to rate him above Psylocke because I think he has a better ult. But I think his like kill pressure outside of ultimate is a little bit weaker. I don't know. They're very similar. Storm. Storm is still, I mean, a lot of people are banning her. Do we put her in pick ban? She gets banned the f on, dude. But I think she's a little bit like more counterable now than she is last season, simply because of number 1, she got nerfed, and number 2, Hela can 2-tap across the map. But Yeah, I think she gets hard countered by Hela, but like, I don't know. People would just permaban this hero. So, you know, this is how it looks like on the ladder. She's just getting permanently banned alongside these other heroes. I wouldn't put Strange at the top. Let's put like, let me order it a little bit better. So I would do like, I'm going to be a biased melee player and put Namor at the top and Luna. And then I would order it like this, maybe, in terms of like priority. Oh yeah, she also has like she's gained access to a new team up with the human vape, which is absolutely broken. So let me move Human Torch here so I can rate them together essentially, because I feel like they go sort of hand in hand. Like Storm is definitely like independent, but I feel like this is the new Exodia combo in Rivals. You actually cannot out heal this team up. It's not possible. It's just too much damage. The only problem is like if you don't ban Hela, it's really hard to play in neutral because you can't farm your ult as efficiently with a Hela just shooting you. Like, so I think like I'm gonna rate the human vape. Where do I put this hero? Like I don't think he's as consistent as these. I would probably put him like okay. Wait. I need a disclaimer. Okay, I need a disclaimer. This hero is fucking awful if you don't have Storm. Please do not pick this hero. He is ult battery and your supports will be so sad. His ult without Storm is complete garbage. Please do not play this hero without Storm. Your supports are gonna be genuinely sad. But if you can manage, he's kind of like Iron Man of season 0. Like it's the same condition. So if you guys remember Iron Man in season 0, if you had Hela banned, if you had Hawkeye banned, and if they didn't have like some cracked out Spider-Man player, it was actually a free win. So this is, in my opinion, the same. I'm gonna rate him based on having Storm on his team. Okay, I'm not gonna rate, if I had to rate him without Storm, I'm genuinely putting him as like the worst, genuinely fucking Raccoon tier if he doesn't have a Storm on his team. But if he does have a Storm, I think he's either high A or like S. No joke. If you're good at this hero, like you farm your ult in like 1 minute. Like I've been seeing some pretty good success with him. But I think he's really bad. Like I was experimenting, so my win rate is like close to 50. And what I've like from my experimentation, I've concluded go B. No, I think he's A. I'm gonna rate him with Storm, guys. I'm gonna rate him with Storm. I actually genuinely think this hero is really powerful with the team up. Plus, there's like an added benefit. Like, I know this is a high elo tier list, but in low elo, people can't aim, number 1. And number 2, they don't look up. So I think this might be like one of the best ways to carry low elo games. If you have a buddy that plays Storm, because you can't ban in those elos, you can just run, I mean, okay, there's the other challenge of actually, you know, you're doing DPS. So like, if you get a couple more DPS, kind of sucks. You end up in a 6 DPS situation, which is not a good situation to be. But I do think that this is like a really good way to carry games. It is actually like, I love this team up so much because it feels like straight up unfair. Like there's no, even if people pop defensible above Magik, well, with the team up, yeah. Like if you have a Storm, yeah, I would say like he's really strong. Like people are sleeping on Johnny. I think this hero is good with Storm. I think he's really bad without Storm. I'm actually going to straight up put him here without Storm. But if you have a Storm, I think he's good. Last position A, I'm putting him below Magik final decision. The flyer shit is really weak against like a good Spider-Man plus Venom player. So you gotta also be mindful of that. That is kind of like a big counter. Like Spider-Man and Venom just shits on the 2 flying heroes. So there's that. Thor. I don't see this hero. I actually never see this hero. I don't think he's like garbage bad, but like no one plays him. I think he's B. Probably B tier. No, he's not A. He's not S. I don't think he's as weak as Captain America. He's like a fat DPS. Like he can put down some like good pressure. But I think ultimately like his ult is still not like too great. It's not like, it can't really change the course of a battle unless the enemy is like, you know, falls asleep on their keyboard and gets slammed. Jeremy, yeah, Jeremy. You guys remember what happened to Jeremy? You guys remember what happened when I went up against Jeremy? Jeremy, he kind of got absolutely dominated. He tried to play Thor, he got destroyed. But you know what? He's not bad. The only mistake he made that game is calling himself Jeremy. Because who the f calls himself Jeremy? Above Adam, sure. The Winter Soldier, S tier. I think he's S tier. He still feels really good this season. I do think. He's not banned. No, he's not banned. I don't think he's ban worthy. I think he's really strong this season. And he sort of has the same, actually, funnily enough, he has the same counters as Punisher. I think he sucks into Magneto and Strange. If these 2 heroes are played together, I think that significantly reduces the Bucky's value because you just can't break their shields. And you're never going to get a hook since they can on demand pull up like a shield to like block your hook. So you're never going to hook these motherfuckers, right? But I do think he's good if at least one of these 2 heroes are banned. Like if there's no Strange in the lobby or if there's no Mag in the lobby. And it's really worth noting that this hero is so good into Groot. He is so good into Hulk. He's pretty good into Venom. I don't know if I'd try hooking a Thor. You're probably gonna get your ass whooped. But I mean, if you can disposition him above Psy, I mean, okay, above Psy because I think he's actually quite good into Loki. I think he's quite good into Loki. I would put him above Psy, sure. Yeah, I'll agree. If there's a Loki in the game, I'd much rather be on Bucky than on Psylocke. Yeah, I agree with this. I think he's good. But as I said, the only thing with him is that he kind of gets like shit on by like the double shield shit. It doesn't feel too great to play him into that. But everything else, this hero feels so good. You can't play Groot into this dude. You also can't play Hulk. Any like hero that like doesn't have a shield to like that they can like pull up, it feels terrible in this hero. Like, it feels so bad to just get hooked and you probably die off the hook. Yeah, and then you get pushed in further with the dash. Wolverine, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think Wolverine is as good as people claim. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna do this again. He's not going in the garbage tier. Guys, there is a quadrillion counters to this hero. There is a quadrillion counters. I think the only reason tank players ban him, rage bait? No. I think the only reason tank players ban him is because he's fucking annoying to play against. It's just annoying to have this rabbit ass motherfucker just run at you the entire game. It's really annoying. Rage bait? Nah, it's not even rage bait. Guys, hear me out. This is my honest thoughts. I'm going to give you like a rational thought on why I think Wolverine, I think he's still good, but I think he's really counterable. I've had some games where, you know, he's open and I just don't want to play him because here's the number of reasons, okay? So the first reason, here's the thing. The first reason. The thing's passive is he cannot be tackled. So the thing is actually really good into Wolverine. The other reason is Mag. If they go Mag, he can bubble your target. He can bubble your target. He likes to keep a distance. So you're not really like gonna have an easy approach on him. And the other thing is Invisible Woman can pull you out of your dash, right? And she's meta. This hero is really strong. Invisible Woman is straight up like, you know, I would say like almost pick ban. She's really strong. And if they play Invisible Woman, if their comp is the following. So if they play The Thing, if they play Mag, if they play Invisible Woman, I am 100% certain Wolverine is an unplayable character. I'm sorry. I just don't think he's playable into those particular heroes that are actually looking out for your engage. You can't play him. It's just not possible. He is just complete dog shit. And Loki can like lamp your ultimate, which fucking sucks. So that's my reason for putting Wolverine a little bit lower. Like, I still think he's really fucking strong, but if these heroes are present, if all of these heroes are present, like, for example, if there's like a solo tank Mag or like, you know, duo with The Thing, I don't think he feels very great. And they have like an Invisible Woman. I don't think he feels very great to play. It's like, it feels like every leap, every time you go in, you just get like interrupted. And if you're not getting value by like hooking a tank, then you're completely useless. And Bucky can just like hook him as well. Like if you have a Bucky that's like on the lookout, I'm just saying there's a lot of counters. He's still really strong, but there's a lot of counters to Wolverine nowadays, which is good. The W devs, maybe it was a good idea to not nerf him. I was a little bit like scared initially when Wolverine didn't get nerfed, but technically he got indirectly nerfed because they added The Thing. But I will say, if there's a Groot in the game, Groot, Hulk, or Strange, if those heroes are in the game, you can just absolutely dominate on Wolverine, and it's not even fair. He just bullies the out of every other tank. He bullies Thor, he bullies Groot, he bullies Hulk, he bullies Strange. Am I missing someone? I mean, he's not really too great into Captain America, but like, yeah, all the other options, like Groot can't play the game against a Wolverine. It's just not possible. You're gonna get tackled and you're gonna die. Venom, yeah, Venom as well. I mean, you probably can't kill him because he can just escape whenever he wants, but it's really annoying to get tackled. But yeah, for that reason, Wolverine's going into S tier. I don't think he's picked ban. I just think like tank players are just too traumatized. The reason why he's banned every game in high elo is tank players are just genuinely traumatized. Penny counters him, yeah, also in a way, but like the problem with Penny is that you're playing Penny, so there's that. Okay, now here's the thing. I think this hero is probably A tier. Are you guys okay with that ranking? I think he's like below the top tanks. I've definitely seen him like get good value, but his weakness is I think like range. So if they have like a lot of poke and shit and you know, the map isn't really super favorable, you know, he has like the same weaknesses like as melee heroes would, like where if the map is unfavorable, there's like just no way to approach. You're gonna take a shit ton of damage and you're gonna get poked down and it's gonna just suck ass. And also this hero is terrible as a solo tank. Never play him as a solo tank. He needs like a mag or like you know, like some other hero that he can like sort of jump to sort of share the damage, right? I don't think he's good on his own, but I think he's A tier in my opinion. He's not bad. Overall, good tank, easy to play, good value. His ult, I don't know how I feel about his ult. I feel like it's so slow. It's so easy to dodge. They should maybe speed it up a little bit. I mean, to be fair, like the payoff for landing it is actually insane. So maybe not. But yeah, I just think it's like really easy to dodge. It's a mid ult. I feel like a lot of times I'll see like Thing players like hit the ult and then like, I don't know, it just gets out healed or like I mean, it is really strong. It is really strong, but I don't know, in a lot of situations I've seen, okay, listen, I'm basing this on Boger playing him. Boger misses like literally every other ult. Like Boger, like out of 10 ultimates will land like maybe 2, 3 if I'm lucky. So yeah, if I'm rating Boger's thing, it's probably A tier. Nah, I think the hero is not bad. Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic is fantastically terrible. So I actually talked to Team Captain a little bit because he plays him, and he thinks that this hero. No, I'm not gonna put him in garbage, guys. That's only guys. Garbage is Rocket Raccoon. It is Rocket Raccoon's own tier. We need to rage bait Reddit. So yeah, I think Mr. Fantastic is just like bad. He kind of got nerfed. As I said, I spoke to Team Captain a little bit about it. He thinks the hero got nerfed because they increased the cooldown on his back shots, but they did make the spell field radius, which means like the area of back shots is larger. So you're giving back shots to more people, but it's still overall a nerf because the uptime is like, yeah, the uptime is a bit lower since they nerfed the cooldown, right? But he is good at giving back shots to multiple people now. Still not really worth the pick. And they buffed his ult, but they also nerfed it because they made it so it does less damage if you're further from the center. And they increase its ult charge. Invisible Woman is probably pick ban. I say pick ban. I mean, I could see this hero being really worth a ban. If you're a Strange player, you probably hate her. She can push you away. I think she's really good. She's probably the second best support in the game currently. Nah, Loki's better. Loki is Loki better. I'm happy with this. I think these are your 3 strongest supports in the game. I think it's Luna, Loki, and Invis. She's really strong. She has this hero. Her problem is a second support that doesn't peel for you. I think that's the only problem she has. Outside of that, would you guys agree with me that she has probably the highest impact in neutral out of all of the other supports? Because of that fucking pull. If someone overextends a little bit and then they're like, oh shit, I'm in a bad situation, and then they get fucking yoinked, they're like, ah, and then they're just sad, right? They're extremely sad about that. I think she has insane impact in neutral because of the pull. The pull is just such a good ability. It is so strong. It does good damage. It like displaces people, and it has insane range. It actually has insane, and you can hook people. You can pull people off the high ground. Overall, like just completely insane character. And she has like a really strong defensive ult, which is very important. Like you in this meta, you need to have a defensive ult to be a good character. If you don't have a defensive ult, you're Rocket. Okay, you're garbage. I put Jeff here too because I hate Jeff players and I hate Rocket players. But yeah, overall, I think I'm pretty happy with this tier list. What do you guys think? W tier list? Is there anything that you guys would change about this tier list? Adam too high. No, I think Adam's better than Jeff or Rocket though. W bias tier list. Torch too high. I rated Torch on his team up, guys. I rated Torch for his team up. Penny's too high. What do you mean she's already in D tier? Hela's pick ban. I think she's like just below that. Actually, I'd say like she's. I don't put her at the top of S. She's like top of S, maybe bottom pick ban. I like you wouldn't feel too bad about banning her, but she is counterable. Namor's too low. You literally can't get higher. Where are you putting Spidey without Venom? C tier. He's really bad without Venom. Like I would just not run him. I just run him because I'm an idiot and I love inting my whoever I'm duoing with or stacking with. I just like playing it. I'm just too addicted to ADHD movement. It's so fun. Cloak and Dagger so low. She's a lot weaker this season. Rocket SSS tier. No. Anyway, this is my tier list. I'm going to screenshot this now and upload it to Twitter. And guys, I need you to aid me in rage baiting people. Please, please. 100% objectively the most correct tier list out there for the mid-season patch in Marvel Rivals. Namor too low. Turn off the cam. Drop the vape.